Let's talk about how relationship can change who you are. Now, in some cases for the better, in some cases for worse. So in today's video, Cece and I, we're going to talk about some of the things and some of the ways your relationship can change you. So stay tuned.
Hey, Blissful friends, welcome back. Welcome back to another episode of the Blissology podcast. My name is Cece, and I'm joined by the one and only.
The one and only, you heard it. Hey, everybody, this is Will, and welcome back to another episode of the Blissology podcast. If this is your first time here with us today, please remember to subscribe and hit on that notification bell so we can notify you when we put out these videos. Now, this is a weekly podcast. It comes out every Saturday. And in this podcast, we talk about
love, family, relationships. You know, the summer is getting hot in here. It's getting hot. We talk about a lot of great things here. As you guys know, before we get into the topic of the day, we like to jump right into our blissful moment.
Yes.
July 4th. That's what I got to say. My blissful moment was July 4th.
Well, it's more like July 3rd.
Yes. July 3rd.
Yes. It was on the 3rd.
July 3rd. Like we mentioned last week on the podcast that my husband was going to grill on Sunday, which he did. Unfortunately, we don't have the footage. Okay. A lot happened. So he did grill on Sunday. And funny thing is, my parents showed up and we had a great time. The kids were, in the backyard in the pool. They spent the whole day from 1 o'clock until 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Okay. We had a great day too. We went to church, got home from church and start getting things ready for the barbecue. And it was great. I had a great time. I didn't go in the water. I like looking at it, but I don't want to jump on it. My husband is like, come on, babe, let's join the kids and get in the water. I'm like,
yes, if there's water, I want to join in.
I have no problem looking at it. I'll get you stuff. I'll get you drinks. I'll get you popcorn. I'll get the hot dogs for you. But as far as me getting in the water, that's not happening.
Yeah, but it was good. It was good. Mm-hmm. We ate some stuff. Not the best food, but we ate.
Actually, you got
hot dogs and burgers are not the best.
My mom is very picky when it comes to.
I made some chicken. Yeah.
And what did your mother-in-law say?
She actually liked it.
There you go.
But I put a lot of spices in.
A lot of it. But she complained a little bit because there was not much salt.
We don't cook with salt here. Yeah, whatever was in there was what was in the spice. I didn't add any extra salt.
It was good. It was good. It was good. My dad had like hot dogs and hamburgers, and the corn was great, although it took a long time for the corn to cook. Yeah. Or grill, whatever.
I gotta learn how to grill corn.
I think you shouldn't take the thing off. I don't know what to call it. You should have just kept it on and grill it like that.
I don't know.
We had a lot of burnt corn, but it was good. It was still good. That's how juicy the corn was, And we had a lot of food. We had potato salad. We had watermelon, of course, and the kids' popsicle. All the things.
Just say we ate more than we should have.
We sure did. And on top of that, the next day, the 4th of July, whatever was left over, my husband decided to go back on the grill. He decided.
He was
like, you know what? I have more burgers left, more hot dogs left, and corn and chicken. So he went back on the grill.
I didn't do any chicken, but I did.
He didn't do any chicken, but we had some chicken left over.
Some crazy corn.
And these were like, I feel like
those were worse than the ones the day before. I know I haven't. And let's see with corn, which I thought what made the difference the first day is that I was there constantly checking them. The ones that I actually did on July 4th, I just kind of left them on.
Yep, you sure did. But we had some leftover.
Yeah, it worked out.
But it was good. I enjoyed the 3rd, the 4th. Unfortunately, we couldn't go see fireworks because the kids wanted to go see
we
the fireworks.
tried, we just couldn't find anywhere to
Yes,
park.
but we just couldn't find anywhere to park. You know, we're like, okay, y'all want to go? I didn't care much for it because I've seen it every year. It's the same thing that's gonna happen, and especially on top of what's happening up north. And I know your mom was like, "Don't go." Okay, my mom was like, "If you go, make sure you stay in the car because something crazy happened up north." I don't remember exactly where it was, but I know something crazy happened on 4th of July. And we were like, you know what? It's 8 o'clock in the afternoon, in the evening. Let's just take a drive and see, since the girl wants to go see it. Why not? So we drove around for a good 30 minutes.
That was longer than that. Way longer than that.
We were trying to please our daughters, okay? We drove around.
We got home close to 10 o'clock.
We got home close to 10 o'clock. Because here's the thing. We went both like by the ocean. And what was it like?
Went to 2 different cities because every city's put up their shows. We went to one, the one that we normally go to. We couldn't find anywhere to park, so we tried to go to the other one. There's nowhere to park, so we decided to come home.
And on top of that, traffic. You know, people are doing the same thing that we're doing. There's traffic, and they're trying like, okay, we got to see the fireworks too. But it was like, and when we got home at almost 10 o'clock, there was somewhat of a show.
And some of the neighbors were doing their fireworks, so at least we got to see some.
We sure did.
Yeah.
We sure did. But it was good. It was good. It was fun. I had a great time. I hope you had a great time too. You know, it was great. I enjoyed it. I had too many burgers. I had 3. So now I need to, we've been work it out.
Treadmill.
We've been working it out. But yes. But yeah, hey, listen, it's the holiday. So we're looking forward to the next one, which is Labor Day weekend. So hopefully we'll be doing something else on Labor Day weekend. So
yes.
Now let's get to
the topic of the day, which is how does your relationship change you as a person?
How does it change you, baby?
Me, I've become a lot more patient and a lot more tolerant.
Okay.
A lot less strong-minded.
True.
So yes, relationship has changed me.
Is it for the better or is it for like, do you feel
the worse?
It's okay. I can handle it.
I used to be able to just go and do whatever I want when I want without having to explain to anybody why I did what I did.
Well, that's why you're married.
I can't do that no more. So.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, listen, relationships are dynamic, and so the people that are in them and the situation, so things change. And yes, I've been changed.
Yes.
Yeah, but you know, it's important to always look at how your relationship has changed you, and what do you do now differently than you used to.
Yeah.
And then not all changes are for the worse. Yes, there's a lot of good things that I've changed into since I've been with this woman here. So yes.
But the question again, is it a good thing or a bad thing?
I think it's a good thing.
Okay. Just want to make sure.
I think it's a good thing. But you know, and that's why I think it's important as young people. Mm-hmm. People are just getting into a relationship. You got to give yourself the time to get to know this person, and I think this is where dating comes in, because you really have to allow yourself to know this person, and sometimes allow yourself to change around this person to see, is it going to make sense for me to stick around? Because, you know, why waste the time when from the get-go you can tell, look, if something is not there.
Right.
So, well, yeah, change could be a good thing.
Change is good.
Yeah. And, you know, these things don't just happen in the way we behave. Mentally. It changes us. Emotionally, we are changed as well. So all around, our relationship changes us. Now, for some people, it could be not so good. But for me, I think it's a good thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So one thing that I think this relationship allows me to is kind of discover who I am, really get to realize some of the things that I'm good at and some of the things that I suck at. And it's a good thing because, you know, when you're in a relationship, you can't be in denial. You have to allow yourself to be in and in all the way, which means you allow yourself to be connected to this person at a deeper level. You allow yourself to be vulnerable.
Right.
And this is kind of how I find out there are certain things that I'm really crappy at. Like planning I have some issues with that.
A lot of issues with that.
Yeah, but she does the planning of the things, so why should I you not to worry about it? She plans things.
Okay.
Yeah, but in terms of sharing, being sympathetic with the person that you're with, being compassionate, being understanding, which is a very important thing. You gotta be understanding and being supportive.
Yes.
All these things are important. And yes, before I married her, or before I started dating her, I think my changes started at the dating level.
Yeah.
I ain't care much about nobody.
True. You were somewhat of a selfish person. I told you that before. I mean, it's just, it was all about,
yes,
it was all about you.
Well, who else could it be about? It needed to be about me until I get to meet this woman here, and I get to realize that there's a bit more that I can be than just be about me.
Right. Sure.
Yeah.
I agree. And I think, compassionate is something that you're still working on, right?
Compassion. Who wants that? Yeah, I'm still working on it.
I do.
Still working on it because I could be insensitive.
Very, very insensitive.
Yeah. Sometimes I do think, certain things in my little mind that it's a waste of time. But I'm trying to understand. Just because I feel a certain way about something, that doesn't mean people around me should feel that certain way. So I have to be a little bit less harsh.
Yeah.
What? I'm speaking the truth.
Yeah, you have to be a little bit less harsh. I definitely agree.
Yeah. So another thing that I realized that have changed is that I've learned to be a bit more confident. It boosts my self-esteem knowing that there's someone who cares about me. Well, my parents always care about me, but having someone other than your immediate family, it gives you some sense of confidence, and that self-esteem comes with that as well. So I've changed in that respect, knowing that there's this woman there who cares about me.
There's this woman there.
Yeah.
I'm just this woman there.
There's
I definitely agree. I do care. I'm someone who's very compassionate and care about my people.
Yeah.
It goes really long way. It's not like, even prior of me meeting you, I was always this type of person. Yeah,
she's a caring person. Believe me, I've gotten up and get in the car in the middle of the night and then just go take care of some caring duties that she's so care about that she had to.
Yes. I had to.
On Mother's Day, we had to leave the house at 10 o'clock?
Yes.
She had to go see her mom.
Yes.
She was feeling bad.
I had to make sure that my mom was okay.
At
all
10
right.
o'clock.
And that's okay.
And she'll come and says, "Oh, I'm gonna go," thinking, 10 o'clock. Am I gonna let her get in the car? She can't even drive during the day.
What? Hold up. Don't try me. Don't try me. Don't try me. Do not come at me or from my mother. Do not come at us. Don't try me.
So here I was with the kids. We all got in the car and
I would have been fine. I would have go over there and see her and come back home, and you would have been fine. It would have been okay. But you were like, you know what? Because I know if I don't go, she's going to say something. Let me just get in the car. Let me just get in the car and might as well just go with her and be there. Just be there.
See, I am working on my compassion. That's a compassionate act right there.
True. I'll give it to you. True. Okay.
All alone, I was like, really?
I know you were. I know you were. You were like, okay, it's 10 o'clock at night. Really? You really going to go over there now? I'm like, yes, I am. And that's just how I am. Okay? So don't come at me. Sorry.
See how that's changed in the relationship? Your spouse will do unusual stuff and you kind of went along with it. Although in your head, you're like, really?
Well, yes. You thinking of that, but then you want to please that person. You want to make them feel like, you there for them.
No,
right?
It goes beyond this. I care because, it'll be sucked that in the middle of the night, you got on the road, something happened, and here I am just chilling at home, right? If we're together, I think it gives me that peace of mind. And she can't drive well during the day anyway, so.
First of all, that's not true. Second of all,
So
stop saying
knowing
that.
I had to.
No, I'm someone who, always I care for whatever it is, even a dog, an animal. I care. Like my guinea pig, like I make sure she's all right. Okay. There's time with the girls and my husband's like, forget about her. And I'm like, no, I got to make sure that my baby eats and take care of. So my thing is, of course, marriage has really changed the person that I am today. It makes me feel like, when you are in a marriage and having a good partner by your side, it really makes you feel like you want to do more and more. It makes you want to grow more. It makes you can't wait to see this person the next day or have more life with that person, right? And I say this, having the right partner, not just anybody. Okay. So you could be with someone and that person actually makes you feel worse.
Yeah.
Makes you feel like, man, you changed me. You changed me not for me becoming a better person, but it's more like things that I'm doing now. It's just, I would never see myself doing that in a bad way. Right. Yeah. So yes, it of course helped me with my self-esteem. I know a lot of us women, we have this where we have this low self-esteem sometimes. We're trying to creep in and we want to make sure we have a partner that can help us boost our confidence, that can help us, accomplish the stuff that we want to accomplish. It's both ways. Having a good woman who's ambitious, who, have skills and wants to get things done. You want to make sure you have a man that's like very supportive and able to help you accomplish this, whatever dream it is. So yes, it really helped definitely boost my self-esteem. And of course, you know how it is when you have a good man.
Yeah. You
know how it is. But yes.
Good. So yeah, I mean, support your woman. It makes her feel good. It also reduces stress. I'm telling you, hey, listen, if you're not coming home like shouting and however way you come home, that's not the happiest way. If you show up that way, it makes your woman get stressed out. And yes, if you come home and you're lovey, you dovey, you say the right things, you do the right things, it keeps the stress level down. And yes, and that also, with low stress, it's more happiness, more of a lot of other things as well. So anything that you could do to keep the stress level down.
Yeah, I think it's very comforting too when you knowing that someone is there for you when you come home and, knowing that someone's there to give you a foot massage at night.
A foot massage, that's a stressful moment there.
Oh God, okay.
Hands gets, but and this is what makes the relationship significant is the things that happens, whether it's the self-esteem, whether it's the finding, learning myself deeper,
right?
But also doing things to keep the stress level to a minimum. Those are all the things contribute to the way we've changed and the way we behave around each other and the way we support each other. But yes, keeping that stress level down is a good thing. And how do you do that? Whatever works for your partner. And this is why it's important to really learn what makes sense in your relationship.
And know what makes your partner happy.
Like Sis is motivated by getting things done.
Very.
So if I can help her get things done,
yes,
it's a happy moment.
It is a happy moment. It is a happy wife.
Yeah. So it's little things, and I pay attention to when I feel there's something going on that's really weighing her down. I let her, hey, no worry, we got it. Listen, you stressed about this? Let's put it on the side. Let's go out for it. Like earlier, she told me that, man, I'm trying to get this done. I'm like, yeah, maybe you should put this away. Let's go for a walk. And then we decided to just shoot the podcast instead. But this is a stress relieving moment.
It is.
I mean, that's where we get to speak with you guys. We get to share some of the things that we do, and it helps us do one more thing together.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm a talker. I talk a lot.
Oh, yes. I get those. You guys know how I get those speeches,
I was thinking.
Yeah, I was thinking. And sometimes it comes at the wrong moment. Like,
And I
listen,
know when my husband is like, okay, not right now, but he doesn't want to say it. He's not saying not right now, but he's like slowly moving away. And I'm like, okay, Cece, let's wait until
yeah.
either we're laying down in bed.
Yeah, but you know, one thing I guess about this, whatever, you know, whenever we have him, yes, I know she talks, but it always takes,
You talk too.
it always takes a positive tone. You know, it's all for the better, which as long as they may be, and as long as they get over, they always bring value.
I must say, I'm raising my hands.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're raising your hand.
I was never a talker. I was never a talker before I met this man.
Well, you got older, you're grown.
No, I think it's him, right? You talk so much to the point where now I feel like I beat you in conversation.
Oh, now I realize that. It's like she's
He
counting how
talks
many words
so
she puts out.
much. You know, you talk when he gets with my parents or my brother or whomever, like, you know, is comfortable with you. He's gonna talk. And if you know him, he talks. And y'all heard me say this before on the podcast. My husband can talk, but I've noticed something about me that I do talk a lot lately, and I don't know what it is. And I think it's him. I'm just saying.
She's trying to be like me.
I'm just saying.
Everybody trying to be like Will.
Not me. I'm a mom.
Yeah, but you know what I was gonna say is the talk may be a lot, but they always take a positive approach, which always brings some value. Yes, it may be something that she's saying, hey, listen, I think we should do this differently, when she could be putting something I'm doing down, telling me to do it a different way. But at the end of the day, when I look into it, it always turned out to be, you know, the intentions behind it is always to be better. So, and this is what positivity in your relationship is important. You got to make sure that you do whatever you can to keep these, to keep things on the up and up. And listen, there's this craziness that happens all around us every day.
Yeah, positivity.
If in our homes we can keep things positive, yes.
Yes.
That doesn't mean we won't have moments, but if we can flip that moment and take it back to the positive side of things,
right,
that does help. So yeah, I've changed her in the positive
you
side.
You
Yes.
really have. I know they're saying that a happy person is a better person, something like that. But you have changed me. I definitely agree. I was not a negative person, but I think
she used to give little things too much space in her head.
I truly did. You absolutely right. Absolutely right.
And from time to time, I got to remind her, this thing is so tiny, it's not worth it. Let's do something else.
I agree. And y'all know how my husband is. He's a very positive person. And I think having a positive spouse, you know, someone who see the positive side of everything.
Yeah.
Right? So it really helps a lot. And sometimes I get I'm like, I am so tired. I get so angry when I can't get something done. And my husband's like, listen, leave it alone, go for a walk or come back or whatever. Especially when I was studying for my real estate, and it's like, all right, take a break, go for a walk.
Yeah, take a break. Somehow you need a reset. Now, people don't realize that a reset is important. It's disconnect from whatever craziness that's causing you that stress. Give it a moment. You'll find when you come back to it, you'll feel completely differently about it. You know, one thing that gets me, I do see people get so irritated over like the simplest thing. All they have to do is step away for a moment.
That's me.
Step away.
Guilty.
And then come back later.
You'll
find out your whole perspective on that thing, your whole outlook on that thing is.
I'm not like that. I'm like, once I'm in it, I want to get it done. I don't care how much it's pulling my hair off. But once I'm in, whether if it's cooking or doing business stuff or whatever it is, I'm like in it, deep in it. I'm like so focused and so like in my mind, I'm thinking, all right, Cece, whatever it takes, let's get this done. Let's get this over with so you don't have to come back to it tomorrow. I'm one of those people, like if I'm in it today, if I'm like really, it gets on my nerve or whatever, it ticked me off, let's just find a way to get it done.
Yeah.
That's just me.
And listen, I
different.
believe in being committed to things, but you know, sometimes you need to step away. I remember years ago, I was working in my car, my old Acura Legend. Oh man, I missed that car. I was changing the alternator And this thing, these Japanese cars, they design them and there's very little space to work in them. I pulled the thing out. I couldn't put the new one back in. I fought with it. I even scraped my fingers trying to get the thing in. So I took a break. 2 hours. I go do something completely different. I came back within 5 minutes.
Wow.
The thing was back in. All I had to do is not get so frustrated and twist it slightly over to get it in the compartment, and it went right in.
Wow.
So
not me.
Sometimes our vision gets clouded. You know how many times I've seen people typing in a password and they get like so frustrated and they keep typing in the wrong one?
That's me.
All you have to do is take a step back, do a woosah a little bit, and you'll get it right. So yes, keeping things positive, that helps. Also, personally develop you. Now, Cece and I, we've been on a personal development quest for how long now? Maybe
oh my God,
5 years.
A good 5 years. Yes, 5
We've
years.
learned to know a lot of different motivational speakers. Some are long gone, some are still alive.
Yes,
Yeah,
the one recently
Mel
passed
Robbins,
away was like
Bob
Bob Proctor a couple months ago.
You know, the other day I said I want to be like him. When I get older, I don't want to go and sit there and do nothing. I want to travel the world. That man was old, but still traveling around.
He was old for a long time too.
And do seminars. I want to be like him. You know, this way I know that I live fully. So yeah, personally developing ourselves has been a quest that we've been on.
Yes, for good. And it doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen overnight. That's something a lot of us have to really understand, that this does not happen overnight.
Yes.
So
it's a lifelong journey. You're never fully done developing yourself.
Yes. And of course your partner needs to understand and support your passion and dreams. And of course, help you to achieve them. Like personal development is something that every relationship must have. Yeah.
Quick, funny story. I listened to Jim Ron. He's a little bit of a character. He tells joke, but his voice is a little. He's Jim Ron. Cece, you said, I don't know how you listen to that guy. Now she's a big fan of Jim Ron.
I am a big fan. I am.
Oh man,
I am. But the only one that I'm still trying to really put some time and listen to him. I just can't deal with his voice, but I really like his message.
But you just can't sit there and listen to him a long time.
I can't.
Yeah, Tony Robbins, yes. He brings a lot of energy and stuff. But but we all have our people. But I'll tell you, there's a lot of things that I do. And obviously there's things that Cece does as well, that we find that because we're together, it kind of rubs off on, just like she talks a whole lot now. Yeah,
I know.
Maybe I kind of rubbed off on her, but I know she's been
trying
to be like
kind of. I don't know about kind of. Like you literally have. And yes, there's a lot of things that we do very similar. Like I'll listen to a motivational video in the morning, and if my husband happened to be on the road driving, I'll just send that over to him, and then he'll just listen to it. Like we just motivate each other. Yeah. And that's how we grow, and that's how our mind just shift into a different person when you think about it.
Yeah, and when you're like this, health wise, you feel better.
Yeah,
I'm hoping that we'll live longer too.
Oh yeah,
Believe me, happy people tend to live longer. So
sure,
I want to live longer. So yes, I'm going to try to stay as happy as I can. And you'll find that when you're constantly personally developing yourself, you learn a lot of ways to do things. Yeah. Things that benefit you and the people around you.
Yes.
Because part of self-development is learning new things.
Yes.
How to do things differently than what you were taught.
Yes.
And learn to evolve with time. Because right now we're living in a time that's changing every minute.
Can you believe it's already like the second week of July?
Yeah.
Like before you know it, it's August. Y'all, seriously. We really don't have the time to just sit around and just moping and do nothing. Like, for real. I know something that we are definitely trying to do is change our eating habits and change our lifestyle too, in a way where we spend more time and with the kids and just us sometimes, which we need it. You know what I mean? And I feel like when you are a businesswoman, when you are like constantly thinking about business, it can get,
you can lose yourself in the business.
For real. True story. Like something that my husband done in the past where he'll read a book for a whole month. Like there's one that he really liked, which is
I like the 10X book, but there's but the Think and Grow Rich.
Yes,
by Napoleon Hill.
That's the one. Like it's something that he used to do in the morning. Like you'll wake up at 4:30, 5 o'clock and read a chapter or whatever that like trick your mind and get your mind ready for the day, which is great. I mean, I've done that. I've been listening to Mel Robbins and other people that there's this book that I've read a few months back. It's very interesting, and it's all about me finding ways to be a better person and grow. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it sucks. Listen, at some point in life, you just don't have time to gossip, talking about people.
Then why do you spend like 2 hours talking to your mom about?
That's different. That's my mother. You know, I said at some point in life, you cannot change things.
So
and that's the only person. Like, true story. Here's what happened. Was it on Tuesday or on Wednesday morning? She was at work. She called me. And she was telling me. She's at work. She's like, did you hear this and this and that and the third? I'm like, Ma.
Don't you have a job at work to do?
I don't say that to her. You go and tell her, aren't you at work? You hear about it.
You got work to do?
Like, seriously. We will be talking later on after you get off work. Well, you could easily tell me this later, but my mom is one of those people, when she has a tea, she got to give it to you while it's hot.
Breaking news.
Okay? When the tea is hot.
We should give our own channel. You know, it's breaking news.
When the tea is hot, she got to give it to you hot. If it wait until later on, it's not as hot as it was, you know, at that time. You know what I mean?
So you gossip.
So therefore, when it comes to my mother, that's the only
gossip.
When you have a best friend, you gotta gossip. But besides that, I don't have anybody else. I have friends, I have people that I talk to, but besides that, I don't have this type of things. You know, I don't have this time in my life to do that with other people.
So you gossip.
I gossip with my husband. You know, it's my other best friend.
I don't want to.
My dad don't want to be a part of this. I understand that. And so is my brother. So yes, it's definitely something that you really need to understand when your spouse is like, babe, what's the tea? What's good? See, here's the thing with my husband. He doesn't gossip, but wants to hear about it. Like, who does that? You don't gossip, but you want to hear about it.
No, I never want to hear about it because you would tell me. Here's what Cece does. If something's going on, I don't ask her about it. She's like, you don't care.
Well, yeah.
So I asked.
You know what happened.
So I don't hear about it because she knows that I heard she was having a heated talk.
I didn't tell you what happened last Friday.
No, I don't want to know what happened last Friday.
I know you were waiting on me to tell you.
I don't even remember what took place last Friday. So leave me be. I want my peace. I want my peace. I want my peace.
But it has nothing to do with you, though.
Oh. No, sometimes people's problem will cause you.
It's not people's problem. It's just that people's stuff going on. It's just sharing them.
I don't care.
Which has nothing to do with you. And you know you don't know them anyways.
So just knowing about it takes away from me. So I'm not going to ask you about
keep the tea coming, Mom. I have no problem. Let's boil up, you know. Let's bring the tea hot. Don't wait until it's cold. Bring the tea hot. That's what she does. She's at work. You be outside and share the tea with me and let me know what's happening. That's the only person that I gossip with. My husband, sometimes he'll listen. He wants to know, but act like he don't want to know.
I don't care. But anyway, you know, whatever we do it because it makes sense. Yes, I'm glad it's only your mom you gossip with because there's friends you gossip with, it causes issues. But in all, you know, our relationship, whether it's with your spouse, your partner, even sometimes the talk that you have with your mom now is very different than what you used to have with her when you were little. So the people around you, the relationship that you're in changes the things you do.
Yes.
Now, I'm hoping for many of us it's for the better. Yes, there's some good habits we've picked up as part of the relationship that we're in. There's some bad ones we've gotten rid of.
Like
there's some
talk
bad
too
ones
much.
we're still working
That's a bad
on.
one.
yes, talking too much is a bad one. You know, sometimes people got tired of hearing you talking. So, but the end, if your relationship is meaningful, it's gonna allow you to grow into it and keep flourishing it, and then grow old together if it's a marital relationship that you're in, and be there to support each other until you no longer exist.
Of course.
And do that. If it's with your children, they'll change around you, but make sure you do the right thing around them.
Right.
If you do the wrong thing, they'll still change. You'll just pick up the wrong stuff. But at the end of the day, just know that whatever relationship that you in, it'll have an impact on you.
Yeah.
Not just the things you do, but on you as a whole, because your mindset will change. The way you look at life, the way you look at the world will change based on the relationship that you are. Believe me, Cece wouldn't be this positive if I was grumpy.
Sure.
So I could say, if I can add one more thing, it'll be watch the people you keep around you. Watch your company.
Sure.
Because they will have an impact on you.
Your circle.
If you're around losers, you'll be losing.
You'll be the next one. You'll be the next loser.
Hey guys, listen, thank you very much for listening to our podcast. We appreciate you guys sticking around. Obviously, we've talked about change, and primarily it's change in relationship, but think of, the places you work at, the communities that you're part of. How is that changing you?
How is that making you grow? How
is it helping you grow? If it's not, you decide what you want to do. Hey, listen, we appreciate you guys listening to our podcast. If this is your first time with us, please remember to subscribe and hit on that notification bell so you can be notified.
Yes, sir.
Cece likes it when you guys like the videos. I like it as well.
Let me tell you, I like when you like.
She likes it when you like.
I like when you like. I like when you share. I like when you subscribe. Y'all know I gotta put my, silliness into this. I like it when you like it.
Yes,
I like it when you share it, and I love it when you subscribe it. Okay, and I also like it when you click on the bell icon so you don't miss out the next video that come out next time.
Yes, so she likes all that stuff.
And thank you to all of our subscribers.
Yes, we thank you. New ones, old ones, future ones, we thank you all. So until then, oh no, I forgot. Check us on the audio channels, the Spotify, SoundCloud,
TuneIn Radio, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio. Why do I know this now?
I don't know.
Shopify.
Anyway, but we appreciate you guys sticking around with us.
Yes.
We'll see you next Saturday. Peace.
Bye.